me, there's no pressure. The only place I would say I wouldn't like is when it's raining is the first corner, because it's very scary.
Big mistake from Remy Gardner.
So yeah, I mean, between races, like, I don't know, I usually, like to relax, I'm usually here doing the gardening, or I go to a workshop about 10 minutes away, where I work on cars and bikes, and kind of lock myself in the garage and don't talk to anyone for a few hours. So that keeps my mind nice and free. Come on. You jump up. Life in Sitges is great, I mean, look, we've got beach, got mountains. Today, unfortunately, it's not the nicest of days, a bit cloudy, but there's no wind, so that's nice. But I need the beach. I'm a beach boy coming from Sydney, so. This year, not really different to any other years. I think last year was the biggest difference, with the COVID, but and having so many double rounds. For me personally, the biggest difference is we're fighting for a championship this year, and this has never happened for me before. Come on. This is where I like to escape and get away from everything. It's my workshop, so yeah, I've got a few machines. Got my project car here. Everything's a bit messy, so don't judge me for my cleanliness. I know it's messy at the moment, but I started 2.5 years ago. Very labor intensive, but it's kind of relaxing. I don't know, something about melting metal and moving it along. It's kind of relaxing. I don't know. I'd like to think that I understand what's going on better than most riders, technically speaking. After learning myself how to do things. So, yeah, for sure I'm using what I'm learning here in the bikes. So, for me it's a win-win, Got cool cars and more knowledge, so can't complain.
Okay, come on.
It's okay.
You wanna go home? You wanna go home? Huh?
Smooth, real smooth. Let's go get some lunch. Hello.
The point of this race is to manage the tires.
We keep the setting of Jerez.
It's Jerez, but it's more higher in the front.
I'm gonna take a massive and lose some weight for the weekend. So, do I feel more Australian or Spanish? Yeah, I mean, obviously I feel a bit more Australian than Spanish because I was born there. That were my early years were in Australia. Still got an Australian accent. So for sure, the blood and maybe the mentality is still Australian. But yeah, I have been living nearly 10 years in Spain, so yeah, there is definitely a little bit of Spanish rubbing off on me, that's for sure. You know, I got a Spanish girlfriend and I can speak the language pretty fluently, so yeah, I'd say it's a mix, and I'd say it's quite a good mix if I'm honest with you. You know, I think there's good things of both countries.
Hop on. Pasa, Rahul.
¿Qué pasa?
What's up?
Gasolina o diésel.
Fuck, after the last GP, I was driving home.
Oh.
With the rental car back to the airport. And I was half asleep. And you know, you have to bring it back full, right?
Yeah.
And I put diesel in a petrol car.
Oh no.
Got to the airport and the thing's going like. I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, have I broken the engine? And I got to the parking spot, just arrived, and I was like, and it just went. I arrived at the spot and turned it off.
One of the most crucial, you know, relationships that you have to build together to have a positive result with your crew chief. He's the guy that needs to understand what your feelings are and transmit it into numbers and settings. So, and also having that trust in your mechanics and your data guy and everyone else that surrounds you is super important for, you know, having good results on track. I kind of like the track. It's a bit weird. Everyone hates it for some reason, but I kind of like it. It's different, you know? Is when it's raining is the first corner because it's very scary going in there at 280 kilometers an hour when it's wet.
Remy Gardner getting a big moment in the exit of turn 10 there.
Turning is not so bad. Just when it's in the bottom, like it's when it gets there and kind of wants to go wide. Yeah. So it's a bit shitty weather, you know. So there's patches everywhere. I was just chilling. No point in throwing it down the road next to one, so it was a bit sketchy to be honest. Anyway, I'm happy. Bike's working well. Track's still fun, so can't complain.
Welcome back here to Le Mans, ready for Moto2 qualifying now. Unpredictable here today. It has just started to rain. Wet conditions so far this weekend.
Proper mixed bag. Late changes as you'd expect now. You can just see there how wet it was down at Garage Fair.
It's quite windy also, so it's dry quite fast now.
Oh, Gardner lively on the rear tyre coming out of 3. It could be Remy Gardner's pole though at the moment, because he looks like he's going to take over at the top. He certainly is, a 1:51, 1:46. Big mistake from Remy Gardner, a big mistake, because he was absolutely flying.
For me, Aki is great in, you know, keeping your feet on the ground, keeping, you know, the objective that you need to do, you know, right in front of you, and not, you know, going on a misleading path, let's say. So for me, there's no pressure. For me, it's like it gives that extra boost of like concentration and focus on what the job is. And for me, that's really great, you know, what Aki has built here, and his mentality towards everything, and that's for sure. That's why he's had so many champions in the past. So for me, it's great. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, obviously, you know, we would like to be better in quali. I think the important thing is we were fast anyway. Unfortunately, the last lap, yeah, with that little mistake, passing Bo, yeah, ended up wide and lost that fast lap. Otherwise, I think we would have been at least first, second, or third. So, but anyway, race is tomorrow. Nobody remembers who's pole, and they remember the race winner. So we'll see. The good thing is I'm feeling good in the wet and the dry, so looking forward to the race.
Welcome back then. We didn't go anywhere. It's still raining, and it's time for Moto2 warm-up coming your way. Remy Gardner gone down as well, as his bike just stopped. So, yeah, well, drama already. We've not even got any flying laps coming in just yet. It seems though he's got a little problem with his machine. Is he twisting the throttle and nothing's happening?
It's round 5 of 2021 in Moto2, and we're in northwestern France and Le Mans as the intermediate class heats up after Spain 2 weeks ago. 17 points split 5 riders going into this one. It's the Shark Grand Prix of France.
The expectation for this weekend is you know, get more points. That's the most important thing, and like I said, points make prizes.
Remy Gardner then there, 7th on the grid. The World Championship leader, a slender 3-point advantage going into round 5 he has.
Remy Gardner not won a race yet this year, despite being World Championship leader. 25 laps coming up here for the intermediate class. Moto2, the green flag waves at the back. Eyes on the lights. Lights out in France. A good start initially on the line there from Raul Fernandez. Not so much from Joe Roberts. Coming up the inside is Bo Bensnyder. Benteke, though it is, that will lead up the top of the hill.
As they click through the gears to that fast first
Contact.
corner.
I think that was Remy Gardner in contact with someone mid-pack. On board here with Remy Gardner. He's trying to fish his way past. There's already a change. Remy Gardner right on call, as Simon Craigbar mentions that. Gardner has poached third. The leader of the championship at the start of this race, but now he's on the podium hunting down Marco Bezzecchi. 8 laps remain here in Moto2. Aki Aiho really is able to unveil some superstars, and Remy Gardner then is through. There's confirmation Remy Gardner would have a 1-point lead as it stands. The checkered flag is out here. A brilliant performance from both of Aki Aiho's riders. They win. Fernandez takes glory, Gardner takes second, Bezzecchi back on the podium in third.
Remy Gardner recovering from the early contact with Xavi Vierge, another solid podium finish for the Australian, and he keeps hold of the World Championship lead. Second place then goes to Remy Gardner.
And lap by lap, it was getting drier and drier, it was getting faster.
You seem so much more relaxed. There's a real change. What's made that difference?
The second half of last year, was just what I'm doing now. So I carried that onto Aki's team, and Aki's kind of just reinforcing everything. And obviously, the team's working very well, and I got a good teammate, and we're working together well. And look,
The team pretty much rules the world, right?
we're ruling the world at the moment. So as a team, so it's good to have your friends close, but your rivals closer.
Hopefully this can be my last year in Moto2, and hopefully there's bigger and greater things for me in the future. Hopefully in MotoGP.